who didn't win tournaments didn't get hired. And that's kind of like the point here is like, Dunk wants to enter the lists and you win a tournament and get a job. He wants to get a job that pays.
Yeah, so basically, if we were to equate this to modern times, all the big circuits of tournaments going on throughout the region, like that was like medieval LinkedIn. And a tournament is more like an open job fair for knights. Come out, show out your skills, and if you're good enough, maybe you might get a job. So it's just a big, networking event, just with more, blood and death and stuff like that.
Yeah, and Dunk here is pretty
Pretty
dope
much.
because like he is pretty ballsy. He just like shows up. I mean, I don't know in this world, what do you think, like Justin, where like people could just like show up to like royalty pretty easily. Like this,
Yeah, I mean, he is going around saying that he's a knight, and knighthood seems to be pretty well. He's not a peasant, even though he looks like one. Like he's a knight. He's calling him a knight, and no one's really going to probably make that big of a fuss about it. So I'm guessing that that grants him at least some level of access. He's in the keep here. He's amongst other lords and nobles and knights. We see him interact with some more later on in the episode, and he's well received. He's not turned away. So I mean, he has some level of status to be able to get this close. You don't see like the common folk that aren't working there just wandering to and fro.
yeah, I feel really bad because like this Targaryen here is kind of a jerk to him, and it's not that he's being a jerk. He's just like he's a highborn. He just like he's the actor's doing a good job here. He's talking above common folk, which is what they would do.
Mm.
They would naturally do that in a time like this. Like he called him a stable boy, and then he assumed he was a servant to get him like a prostitute. What is it? He said like a good woman or something.
Yeah, good woman and a good meal or something to that effect. But I mean, in his defense, he's standing in front of a stable, dressed like a stable boy. Granted, he's got that sword around him. Maybe he didn't notice it, but Duncan, it doesn't exactly look the part of a knight yet, or
No, yeah, and I
someone that
think
holds a
they're
title.
they're
So
they're dressing him up to eventually like get into like his knighthood. And then although
yeah,
I
you got to start somewhere. This is the rags to riches story or something like that. I'm thinking it's going to be a hero story, so he's got to start pretty lowly.